Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. TammyTalks here. Let's get into Ladies Who List Atlanta Season 1 Episode 2, The Pitch. So if you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns of various TV shows. So if you enjoy that type of content, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, notification bell, all that good stuff. Hop into the comment section down below and let's talk about this mess. Because as much as they wanted us to think Robin was the villain in this scene, it was really Crystal. So this episode starts off with Kyra. She is showing B. Simone a condo. She said that B. Simone is a social media influencer, so she only needs the best of the best. So she shows her a $500,000 condo. Kyra doesn't know what direction that the windows face. That's alarming. So they're trying to figure out. She's like, I think this is south, but this looks south. And it's like, what are we trying to see? Where the sun rises and sets? I feel like that's something Kyra should know. Maybe she was a little more lax about brushing up on some of the stuff because she did say that B. Simone is a friend of hers. But ultimately, B. Simone feels that the closets and the bathrooms are too small for her. So they are going to keep looking for a place. So we switch over to Kiana, who is on Instagram Live while her chef gets breakfast ready for her and her husband, and she's giving her followers an update on her business, on different closings, different things like that. We get a package on, she said, her humble beginnings, where her and her family were, living below the poverty line to the point where they would go sometimes 30 days without having electricity. And she just talks about how her family depends on her brothers, her nieces, her nephews. And because so many people depend on her, so often she pushes to the side what she needs and what, she wants for herself to take care of other people. So she's trying to get to a point where she is now solely laser focused on herself and what she can, put some of her needs first. So she talks to her husband about the meeting that Robin has set up with everyone. And she's still upset that, she needed to, while she was opening her brokerage, she needed someone to hold her 26 contracts. She contacted Robin. Robin wanted to charge her $500 a contract, which comes out to $13,000. And her husband would say, well, Robin's her friend. She said, no, she's not. She's not your friend. She's showing the hell ain't mine, because if she was, she would never have tried to, try to get this quick money grab on me. So her husband doesn't think that them all working together would be a good idea. He said it could have been about money with Robin, maybe just at the time. She was going through whatever, and maybe at that time it seemed like a quick, easy money grab, and maybe she thought that Kiana would do it, but Kiana said that Robin was on a slow path. She's a broker, but she doesn't have anyone working under her. And she said that she cannot wait to give a collective no to her. And I said, damn, okay. I'm all for Kiana's stance on this. Like, why would I want to work with you now? Why would I wouldn't feel like I could trust her. You know what I mean? That would be my thing. For me, it would be, I don't know if I can trust you right now because you really just tried to get over on me just last year. So we see Kyra. She says she moved around a lot with her mother. Her grandmother's double wide trailer was her most stable home. She talks about her humble beginnings. Then she talks about how her and her ex-boyfriend worked really hard and they decided to buy a home together. So they bought this house, and then about a month later, she was going to like a bachelorette party in New York. He was out of town for something else, and she gets a call from a neighbor asking if she's home. And she's like, no. And the neighbor tells her, your house just burnt down. So she said her and her boyfriend had kind of like, I think she said they hadn't barely been there, but like a month. And the house burnt down, and shortly after that, the relationship burnt down too. Probably was like the stress of, we both just lost everything, trying to rebuild. That's stressful. That's extremely, extremely stressful. So she's currently working with a contractor trying to rebuild that same house, probably with the insurance money. And she's able to salvage some things from the first floor, but he said the second floor is a complete wash. So we see her, like, in there praying and trying really to decide what she's going to do. We switch over to Tiffany's house. Tiffany's son is asking her to take him driving, and she like goes off for no reason. It could just be how Tiffany talks, but I was just kind of like, damn, like all he did was ask you to go driving, and you are going in about how you got so much work to do, but you're sitting in the middle of the kids playing. So of course they're gonna ask you questions. You're sitting in the middle of them playing. And she tells him to go ask his father. The husband comes out and was like, I can't take him out driving. I gotta take this one to basketball practice. This one has a party to go to. So Tiffany takes her son out. Funniest thing to me was it was a car coming down the street while he's trying to back out of the driveway. And he was like, man, that car needs to hurry up. She was like, no, that's road rage. And that's not what we do. And I was like, it's funny how the smallest things that we'll say do come across as road rage. And like, we just really don't even know it. But I have said so many times, I wish that car would hurry the hell up, or, just stuff like that. And it's like, I'm not even in a rush anywhere. What am I rushing for? So Tiffany and her husband go to dinner with Tiana and I think that was Tiana's husband. I didn't catch it. But Tiana's Arnold, his name is Arnold, and they're really there to celebrate Tiffany and her husband's 13th year wedding anniversary. So while they're there, they talk about the Brokers Open and how Tiffany does not really trust whatever Robin is trying to set up for them. She said that it kind of doesn't make sense for Tiffany and Crystal, who are both closing attorneys, to come and, start working together. She said that while they have known each other for a while, when she was pregnant with her third baby, Crystal contacted her and offered to, like, take over some of her business so that she can kind of sit back with her kids. Tiffany said, I didn't work all these years and get to the level that I'm at for you to come in and take over my business. Like, where they do that at? And I was, so she said she kind of felt like it wasn't necessarily Crystal being like, okay, if you got a lot on your plate, I can help you. It seemed more like, let me try to get over on her real quick. And I don't know, something about Crystal, can't quite place it, but something about Crystal is, I don't know. So we see, they were trying to talk to their husbands about it and get their opinion. And the men was like, we don't want to know nothing about it. We don't know. But Tiana's husband was like, one thing's for sure, when y'all get there, everybody's going to be in their own ego and worried about themselves. Y'all don't have to worry about nothing else. So we see Robin. She is showing an apartment to a first-time home buyer, has a view of like downtown Atlanta, and she tells him that this particular building is like a kind of a great first-time buyer. You buy this building, you have these gorgeous views, and then because of the good location, you can flip and easily sell. So she said that she has sold, what did she say, 165 units in that building, or is it 50? But she has sold a substantial number of units in that building because it's a good, easy sell for her. So he wants to move forward on the offer. Like, she gets way excited, but good for her. So we see Tiana is nominated for an award. Kyra and Tiffany go with her to the show as a sign of support. She wins Best Social Media Campaign. I said Tiana talks so loud. I don't know if it sounds loud because of her mic, or if she's talking like that because she wants to make sure that because she is mic'd, it hears. But it sounds like Tiana is talking like this all the time. Like she wants to make sure that we can hear her in the mic. Like she sounds super, super loud all the time. And I just do not understand it. But she won. And I was like, if she didn't win, would they still have aired it? I always wondered. So Kyra said that Robin only sells property out of that one building. And that's the same building that Robin has said that she does sell a lot of property out of. And they were like, nah, she don't only sell property out of that building. But Robin and Crystal, Kyra has an issue because she said both Robin and Crystal both unfollowed her on Instagram around the same time, and she doesn't really understand what she did or what happened or what could have caused that. So she's going into this a little leery. So we get to the night of this this meetup, the pitch, if you will. So Crystal says she's nervous about how the ladies are all going to receive this, but she is cautiously optimistic. Kiana is still wondering what this is for, since Robin didn't want to help her back in the day. So why would we be collaborating now? Kyra is wondering why she's there since she unfollowed her. And I'm like, Kyra, you're going to have to let that unfollowage go, girl. Let that pain go. Tiana said that she is feeling vibrant because she is bringing nothing but black girl magic. Because honestly, Tiana is kind of the only one that doesn't feel like a sense of like, what is she trying to do in this situation? I think Tiana kind of sees it as a win-win situation. Tiffany is feeling strange because she doesn't know Robin. She's like, so I don't understand why, I even got invited, because she uses Crystal to close. So why would she, be coming over here with me? And then Robin said that she initially wanted to cancel because she doesn't know how the girls are going to receive her. She, she's apprehensive about it. She has said she does not play well in the sandbox. So she's just kind of wondering, like, what the energy is going to be, that type of stuff. So Robin starts off by toasting to Crystal for getting everyone together. And they're all like, Crystal, I thought this is for you. And I'm like, she's like, yeah, but Crystal made all the phone calls happen for me because, I don't know everybody. So Robin is trying to like roundabout get to the point, and Crystal was like, why are we here? Tell us why we're here. And it's like, Crystal, what's going on, girl? What's going on? Like, I feel like Crystal came in with a lot of hot and heavy energy. And low key, I could be off base with this, but I don't think Crystal wants this collaboration, because I think it has the potential, I think, to take some of her closings away from her and give them to Tiffany. And I think that's why Crystal really doesn't want this to happen, because Crystal seemed to have sabotaged this meeting. So Robin said that she wants to create a signature series. She says that, she does condos. That's what she does. Kiana does luxury high-end homes. She said Tiana works with a lot of like sports and entertainers. So she's kind of listing how everybody fits into this bag. Tiana said, write it out, make it plain. She said that she loves seeing when, a collective of black women are able to come together like this and really make something happen. And it does seem like an amazing idea, but I feel like Robin spearheading it, because of the issues that she has, isn't the best. So Kiana said that there needs to be a level of respect, and they have unfinished business. And what I think would have been a better move on Robin's part is if she would have met up with Kiana first, right? Had drinks with Kiana, cleared the air with her, talked about, what did and did not happen between the two of them, and then flipped it and brought it to the group. So Kiana said that, unlike you, I was building a business at the time. Robin took that personal. Kiana was like, no, I'm just saying you were already established. And this is like, I feel like so much stuff with them just kind of gets lost in translation. So, Kiana is just saying how like she's uncomfortable with what they're going to be moving forward and doing because of the issues that they have. Robin starts to say something and Crystal cuts her off, and it's like, it's okay to be uncomfortable. So Robin's just kind of like, shut up, Crystal, like, let me handle this. So Robin says, I'm sorry, okay? Now, so can we move on now? And it's like, oh, that's not how you apologize to somebody. So no, we cannot move on and move forward with it because you didn't give a real apology. So Robin then said that she was going through some serious mental situations and she was unable to consider anyone else's feelings. So whatever she was going through, and while she said that, Crystal again tried to interject, and then Kiana was like, but now you're deflecting. And Robin took that to mean, don't try to discount what I'm going through. And Kiana said, that's not what I'm doing. But an apology is when you say, I am sorry. An apology is not, I'm sorry because I was, you know what I mean? And I see what Kiana is saying completely. Tiffany then interjects and says that maybe you two need to have a private conversation because she feels bad, because she feels like if Robin was going through something that was making her mentally, incapacitated to some degree, she understands what that's like. She talked earlier in the episode about how she has had she was going through a situation in the past where, she was scared to leave the house and all this other stuff. So she's empathizing with Robin, and she feels like a private conversation would be better had with Kiana than to have, this powwow to try to hash it out. And I completely agree. Kiana said that's fine. She respects her enough to table the situation, and then they can talk about it at a later time. While they're doing this, Kyra says that she has never met her personally, and that her and Crystal both used to follow her, and they unfollowed her, but then she's like, but it's not a big deal. But it's a big deal to you, though, because you're bringing it up. Robin said it's probably because of the algorithm. And she would say, why follow somebody that I don't engage with? Crystal starts cutting her off, or Crystal starts talking. Robin thinks Crystal was cutting her off, but Crystal is really trying to explain why she unfollowed her. So then Robin was like, I know that, being young and fly and fabulous and then people that are older. And I feel like Kyra lost me on this because Kyra was definitely throwing shots. All it had to be was, did something happen between us that you unfollow me because I really don't know you like that? Oh, not a big deal, cool. And it could have went on from there. I feel like Kyra blew that whole situation up for whatever reason. So now it's going back and forth about older, younger. She's acting like a baby. Meanwhile, Crystal goes over by Robin and is trying to get her to kind of calm down. Robin is saying how petty it is to be arguing about Instagram. It's just Instagram. Like, you're childish, you're this and you're that. So Crystal is trying to get Robin to just calm down a little bit, bring it down. And she tells her, I don't need your help. Go sit your ass back down in your green chair. And I'm like, what is going on? So Robin tells Crystal to stop saying things, stop asking her to calm down because you're not even fully on her side. And she's like, where were you when Kyra said, don't ask me to collaborate because I'll shit on you. And Robin is mad that Crystal never stood up and said anything when Kyra said that, but you want her to stop. So Crystal sits down. It's like everybody kind of shifts over. And so it's Robin, Tiffany, Crystal, then it's Kyra, Kiana, Tiana. So Crystal is telling Robin, you're triggered. Robin does not like the word triggered. So Robin starts going off, and Crystal has her hand like this, and Robin hits her hand. And I said, wow. We have to keep our hands to ourselves, because if Crystal would have stood up and hauled off on Robin's ass, she would have felt the way. So Robin feels that the problem is that women don't know how to say sorry and move on from the problem. Kiana said that's bullshit. That's not what this is about anyways. So everybody is going back and forth, how yelling is yelling. Crystal is trying to get Robin to calm down by saying she's triggered. You can see Tiffany is telling Crystal, stop saying she's triggered. Robin said, I'm going to show y'all what triggered is. And then the episode goes off. The reason I feel like Crystal is the bigger villain is because if Crystal honestly and truly would have let Robin pitch this the way she wanted to pitch it, let Robin respond the way she wanted to respond, it wouldn't have took all this. And I get that Crystal was trying to make sure that Robin got her point across and that she didn't phrase anything in a way that would cause this to self-implode, but you have to give her that that rope. You know what I mean? So if you honestly thought that that Robin was not going to be able to pitch this correctly, then you just kind of sit back and let her do it. But Crystal was trying to make it seem as if she was straddling the line, but she was doing a lot of trying to censor Robin, which was getting her more and more hyped up. Kiana even said that they consider each other best friends. I don't get involved in best friend situations, but there's something going on deeper between the two of them that they need to address. I think the real thing is Robin has told Crystal some things about how she interacts and how she deals with women. Crystal has seen these same things. Robin wants everybody to just forget about whatever she's done in the past and let's move forward because she has this idea, and that's not what they want to do. That's not what they want to do. So, but this has been Ladies Who List. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, thumbs up the video. I will catch you guys in the next one.